We've got together with a local artist and we've produced this great piece of artwork which we're offering to Auckland businesses in the central suburbs to hang in their workplaces. We've also put together an information pack for them with information about domestic violence. We thought that it would be a good idea to get together with the business sector because we want to encourage people to think more about domestic violence in their everyday places. We're all very busy in the frontline work, offering crisis and support services to help women cope with the dreadful impact of domestic violence in their lives. So this is a chance for us to work more in the preventative work, and it's really a great opportunity.
This whole issue around family violence is just such a huge issue for us as a nation and also as a community. What we found is that when we're dealing with family violence, it's so easy to look at all the negative things. But what we started with is saying, let's look at what we do really well. Let's look at our strengths. And so for us, when we had this, we had a family fun day actually, and it was called Safe and Sound. And we had over 800 people come along. And it was just a great occasion as a community. And it's when we were able to identify our strengths that we could then sort of say, then how do we deal with the issues around family violence? Just recently we were taking some parenting programs down in Tukuroa, and there was this really deep issue and a very strong and powerful message to say, hey, as a community, how do we find a way to heal the brokenness that exists? And as we heard those stories, they were so powerful and emotional that people began to really listen and understand.
Some of the ways for me to get myself out there in the community and make people aware of the Rise Above It campaign is to actually, what I feel, is to provide something that's ongoing. So every fortnight I do an article in the midweek. Now the midweek is a local paper and it's free, so everybody reads it. Well, almost everybody anyway. And so every fortnight I do an article on what's happening. I share some personal stuff in it as well. And the other thing is, obviously because of my hair, and the article, they print it with colour photo in so people can see. And the amount of people that stop me and talk to me is incredible. When my hair is not pink, people don't talk to me as much. Another way of getting out to the community, is besides the midweek article, is that I do a radio show every Wednesday on Arrow FM 92.7. And I do that every week, and I interview key people in our agencies. And I also talk about what's happening, what's happening out in our community, what's coming up. We also have posters. For example, this club is no place for violence. We had the Christmas card that was sent out because Bob Francis, our mayor, is very, very supportive of the campaign.
One of the goals of the campaign is that we saw this as being right across the board. It's on the sports field, it's on the playgrounds, it's out there in the community. And so we've said really that any forms of violence is unacceptable, and we want our community to take action.
We saw this as an opportunity to look at developing some resources with positive messages, really. One of the areas that we thought really needed some focus was the families that don't access mainstream services are a lot of ethnic groups. Here at HAPE we run women's groups for Asian women, and that's delivered in Mandarin, and that can only be done well because they understand the cultural imperatives, the belief systems that work for those women, what their barriers are. When we looked at the Muslim community, for example, we could be looking at their own positive within their belief systems, within the Quran. There's already positive messages in there around how women should be treated, how children should be treated. So it's just using their own values to just put it out there again and as reminders that there are ways of working within families that's safe, respectful, and enhances the family.
We had a concert here in December 2006. It was to raise awareness of family violence in our community. Prior to our concert, we had 6 reported incidents to the police, and after our concert we had 26 reported incidents. Of course, we weren't going to get the women and the families who are actually living this stuff. They have families, they have neighbours, they have friends who can take away the contacts and the information for these people who need it. On October the 9th, we have a community expo here at the Marae, where that will promote all of the services that are available here for the locals. The awareness that was raised helped within our community to network better, also to pathway referrals on to services that are available here. That's how Kaikoura is tackling family violence within our community, is working all together. I think that's the key, is let's all work together, because we can't do it all on our own.
We wanted to get past conversations, we wanted to get past networking, and we wanted to start seeing results. The resources we've developed, we've walked them in the door, and they've been walked in the door by people that already have links with that organisation. So our police took the stickers and the posters and the coasters to the pubs and the clubs. People that they were used to having come in, but it was with a different message and for a different purpose. It's complex, it's community, and it's going to take a lot of time. We have to be patient. We're going to build on what we've already done, but it's also going to link in with the new national campaign, which we're really excited about.